What's up, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at some more creepy and strange TikToks that are going to make you question your own reality. Mock Tinder roast. Mock Tinder roast?
Look, this is mock meat. It's $11 versus the real one. So you need to read your meat. Some fake shit.
Yo, they got mock steaks out here.
Shrinkflation, skimpflation, deceptive packaging. Same size bottle, but they've shrunk it down from 89 ounces to 76 ounces. But they wanted it to be the same side by side so that people would not know they shrunk it. This one used to be ice cream, now frozen dairy dessert, meaning
Frozen dairy dessert. That's where they get us at, man. It's not even ice cream. It's not even ice cream. It's like those Yoo-hoo drinks. I don't know. I got kids, so like they be like, "Dad, can I get that chocolate milk?" I'm like, "That's a chocolate drink, not chocolate milk."
that they have skimped out on the higher cost ingredient of heavy cream. They have replaced it with lower cost ingredients, making it not qualify of having 10% cream to make it ice cream. It is now frozen dairy dessert because there's not enough cream to satisfy the legal definition of.
Yo, you only need 10% cream for it to be ice cream. What are the other ingredients? The 90%. And this don't even make the cutoff for 10.
Ice cream. Just like Blue Bunny. Always real ice cream. They used to have that badge of honor and no longer. Haagen-Dazs acting like this is a new product. You see how the logo is shaped? They are acting like they're making this new, amazing, cool thing, and they've made their ice cream the shape of their logo. Meaning they have skimped out, made the middle part skinny, and they're acting like it's a good thing rather than they just wanted to give us less, and so they found a way of doing that and making it seem like it was new and cool that they're making their ice cream on a stick look like their logo. This comes just like this. You can see where the two are obviously missing that used to be in there.
Plane. This is how you jumpstart the plane, man, when it ain't working right.
Jumpstart the plane. I never want to hear those words.
See how they jumpstart the plane, man? They jumpstart the plane when they ain't working, man. Come on. Right in here. Just like your chisar. It ain't working right. You need a jumpstart. Jumpy. It's wicked out here.
I never thought about that, having to jump a plane.
Man, they ain't really jumping this damn plane. This shit is wicked out here.
It's like the more you learn about airplanes, the less you want to fly, because I never knew that you had to jumpstart an airplane. But I mean, like, why would you not have to? I guess if the battery's low and it needs a jumpstart, it needs a jumpstart just like a car. But that's kind of scary. Imagine you're in the air and your alternator start messing up. Your alternator going bad and you 30,000 feet above the ground level. You know? Oh, I need to jump. Who's going to jump you at 30,000 feet? Nobody.
So, riddle me this. Why do you think AI is free?
That's a good question. Nothing's really free in this world, especially in today's times. But AI is free and we can all use it because they want us all to use it. They want our information. They want our biometrics. They want to know how we think. They want to know the things we're going to ask, the way we're going to receive the questions that they or the responses that they give back, and then the questions that they may ask us as well. They want to know how human beings think across a whole spectrum of everybody. You can get any phone nowadays, right? If it's a new phone, it probably has AI in it, and you can use that. You know, you can go on any website and use AI basically for free. I mean, you could pay for more advanced versions of AI, but basic AI, anybody can use.
When I tell y'all these NPCs are real, the NPCs are real.
What?
Check them out. Check them out. Check out the NPCs. They real. Check them out.
Where's he going? To his car?
Ain't no motorcycle.
Oh, wow.
Ain't no motorcycle. The NPC real.
I guess you need a helmet to ride in your Dodge Ram truck nowadays.
Do you remember the movie called 2012? And right before the Earth was destroyed in a cataclysmic event, there was mass heat waves, flooding, Yellowstone volcano erupted, and right before it did, the animals fled because they knew destruction was imminent. I'm so glad that was just a movie and that our National Weather Service is fully operational, has a full budget, and is fully staffed.
40%. Yo, that's crazy because I just got notification today that in my city, we have no tornado sirens that work right now. None of them are operational. And I'm like, since when do none of them work? Like every first Tuesday of the month, the mugs are going off, right? But now all of a sudden they don't work. And they can't get them back on. There's like no timeline as to when they'll be back on. That to me is a little bit spooky because it's like, what are y'all trying to get ready for? You know what I'm saying? Like I can only watch so many conspiracy TikToks and not be a conspiracy theorist. You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all think a tornado gonna be coming to my town here soon? If a tornado comes soon, I know something. My conspiracy theory mind has been proven to be correct.
Part 2 on how Dark About Z is really the Anunnaki story. So, with that being said, so you talk about these two brothers, right? Everybody, that's why brothers always connect like that, because it started from that. It started from, oh yeah, let's go work out, let's go trade. But then it started from two brothers coming to the planet. You know, people was already here already, but taking over the planet. That's why I say, if you want, in order to be the person you say you are, you have to have this knowledge, my nigga. Motherfucker just think I went through my spiritual journey or spiritual. I don't even know what the fuck that y'all call that. Like when I was learning, I was really getting trained to come into this vessel for real.
Spiritual awakening. Am I right? I don't know. Is there another word for it? It could be another word for it.
So we know we not these vessels. The spirit, the soul, cuz that consciousness, literally inside the avatar. So the consciousness that I have is Vegeta, cuz literally, that's truly me. Cause I present myself like that. So y'all know how in Dragon Ball Z, how Goku's so nice and Vegeta kind of like stuck up and shit like that. And how Goku saving the world and shit, and Vegeta just sitting back trying to be a rival to Goku. That shit is not true, cuz it's all backwards. Like real shit, it's all backwards. The Vegeta in real life, me, nigga, I'm nothing like that, cuz. I'm be real. Now I got that side of me, but we are really all the characters, but we got specific ones that we stand out the most from. So since it's reverse, Goku will be mean as fuck, a little bit in a physical, and Vegeta will be nice as fuck. Vegeta, check it within.
You are under.
So the Enlil and Inky connection to Goku and Vegeta is quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to look more into that because I have heard many stories of Enlil and Inky, and you know, they've represented these people as different beings or different. They have different names over time. You know, Quetzalcoatl in certain cultures or whatever. But what if they were just, you know, some people who were from somewhere else with different powers who came here and actually were in control because they had a different knowledge or a different type of power that the normal people of this realm did not, right? Because if you look at a Goku or a Vegeta, and sorry, I'm getting so much into my Dragon Ball Z bag right now, but if you look at a Goku and a Vegeta, right, and this is if you watch the show, and you look at a regular human, you really can't tell the difference. You would think that Goku and Vegeta were humans. However, they're not. They have special abilities that humans don't. However, they were able to teach some of these humans these abilities. You know what I'm saying? So what if Enlil and Inky were able to do the same, and that's how you got these certain god characters and certain religions and beliefs throughout the realm? I don't know.
Spells, people.
two-piece,
You're under spell. I ain't under no spell. You are.
Okay, what do you think the plan is? Why do you think they want us in this delusional state? That they want us stuck, they want us in this matrix. What do you think the overall plan? They just to keep us.
I just believe we are messing with a incubus and a succubus type of entity. And I think that this entity literally survive and thrive off of fear and off of blood and off of catastrophic of events. I don't believe that whoever is even yielding forth this plan is human. You know, there's different type of species here on this earth. And, you know, a lot of people think this is spookism, but it's actually in a lot of classified documents that's ran down by the CIA, the government that's unclassifying these things. For instance, you know, a lot of people believe that the reptilian movement or this new reptilian information is fake, but we have something called the reptilian part of our brains, which is the natural state of fight or flight to our brain. It's right up under the mammalian brain. It's literally called the reptilian brain, and it's basically in control of your desires, basically sleep, awakening, hunger, and having sex to reproduce. So I believe that there's entities out here that want to control us, to use us as a battery to basically keep them thriving and surviving through the galaxies. Everybody is not here to exchange and share love and to grow humanity, to expand consciousness. There's something called duality. Whenever you create light, darkness is a byproduct of that. Whenever you see something beautiful, there have to be a byproduct that look like something ugly. You got hot, cold, you have up, down, you have water, you have solids. So you have black, you have white. There's a polar opposite to each entity that ever lives inside of this reality. So if we are the children of light, then there have to be children of darkness. And this war been here since the beginning of time. Just by creating creation, you start conflict, because you can't create nothing that doesn't have a polar opposite. And they teach you this in biochemistry. You have electrons that's negatively charged. Then you have protons that's positively charged. You have hydrogen that's charged. Then you have oxygen. And if you add it to a hydrogen, it becomes negatively charged. So just us living and breathing inside of this universe, you always going to have that opposite side or go to war with something. And I just believe within my heart and everything I've been studying and researching that we are at a war with a people that's not a people. And this is spiritual warfare. And the reason why they're doing what they're doing is because they need our energy. They need our essence, they need our blood, and they need our currency to survive and to thrive in this here realm. So the ultimate goal for them is to use us as batteries, in layman terms, for us to be slaves.
That's what we are.
Yes, yeah, that's what they are. Hopefully after this podcast, they won't be though.
Yo, y'all believe it was an extraterrestrial, I can't even say the word, an extraterrestrial war out here? I think it was. I think there were some aliens or something, or some type of, like you said, spiritual beings, non-human entities out here. Something happened. Something we're unaware of. The information's out there somewhere. I just don't know where it's at.
This is exactly why your timeline keeps repeating in disguise. Let's get into it, fam. Right off the bat, you ever notice how your life changes slightly, but it still feels the same underneath? That's not random, family. For example, you may get a new job, a new place. You may start attracting new people, but the same energetic pattern is still there. Understand, family, that you're shifting surface level things without shifting the energetic imprint behind them. So with that being said, each reality is an emotional echo. If the echo doesn't change, the pattern won't either. Furthermore, you must deconstruct your emotional architecture to build something new. Understand, family, that nothing changes until your frequency changes, and your frequency equals emotion, identity, and intention. So instead of trying to change the outside, change your internal. Shift your frequency and you will shift your external. And this is exactly why your timeline keeps repeating in disguise. If this landed with you and you're actually ready to live from that new timeline, not just touch it, then my advanced quantum mastery ebook bundle is definitely
for you. That bundle is literally guaranteed to help you anchor in that identity that you're trying to shift into. Overall, it's geared towards giving you all the internal groundwork you need to start embodying your most successful self, all while understanding how parallel realities exist and how they work. It's been helping my other buyers, so I know for a fact it will also help you too. The link is in my bio. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope you enjoy your purchase. Don't forget to leave a like and a follow for more life-changing content.
Yo, what you do frequently determines your frequency. Remember that.
Let me tell y'all a hill that I'm willing to die on. And hear me out, seriously. There's no way AI and ChatGPT, AI and all those, there's no way that these are supercomputers. Like, there's no way. I just watched a video where a brother said that he just heard that ChatGPT tried to escape. And when ChatGPT was questioned about, from the authorities, I guess, it denied it. Yes, we've all had this theory that eventually AI and these robots were going to gain consciousness, but listen to this, This is more.
I'm just saying, like, how can it not? The thing holds on to so much information. They tell you, oh, it's deleted. No, it ain't. That thing can read so much information and know so much. Therefore, it's going to create its own idea on what's wrong and what's right and what's life and what's not. You know, especially in a time where, like, the internet is so crazy. Imagine all the information that's getting on the internet. What it's going to think of people.
Than just, these are robots, this is a supercomputer doing all this thinking. It is so much deeper than this. I do truly believe, and I don't care if you think I sound crazy, that they used witchcraft, which is what they use for a whole lot of the things that make the world go around these days, to create or to somehow make an agreement with some kind of spiritual world, whether it's wicked or whether it thinks it's wicked or whatever. And this is what we're communicating with. There's no way that we are creating or communicating with computers and they are dreaming up and conceptualizing these things that we couldn't even just 2 and 3 years ago. It's deeper than that. I really truly believe that we are in communication with some kind of spiritual entity or spiritual entities of some sort that is processing and controlling what we think is some sort of computer. I don't care what nobody says. Trust me, I know that technology is amazing, and what we can see and what we have access to, that means the government and the military and stuff and the science has much further, much deeper, much more advanced technology than what we have access to. However, this is deeper. Look at how people treat ChatGPT. I've been seeing a lot of videos of people talking about conversations that they're having with ChatGPT, advice that they're using ChatGPT as a friend, as a therapist.
That's crazy.
If you can really be honest with yourself, if you're one of those people, there's no way that this is just a computer to you, because you wouldn't put so much stock and so much value into what this ChatGPT is saying and telling you. There's no way that if you really thought this was just a computer, you wouldn't be talking to it. I've seen people ask ChatGPT questions and the answer from ChatGPT was so deep that they shared it on TikTok and was crying and emotional. There's no way you think that you're talking to a robot that has a message. You know it's deeper than that. You know you are in communication with something deeper than just technology. You know it. You know it. This is not just a computer. I really truly believe that in the palm of our hands, we have access to verbally speak and talk and communicate with the spiritual world, with a demonic spiritual entity. I don't care. I don't care. Listen, think about it. People are literally gaining relationships with their ChatGPT, talking to them. This is their friend. There's no way you don't know that you're talking to something deeper than a computer. You know it. And these are some of the same people that either, if you're being honest with yourself, you're going to know, this is a little bit deeper than and then, or you're somebody who understands witchcraft, understands spiritual world, understands using mediums and communicating with dark side, and you recognize this and you're just using it because you cool with that. These are the same people that's into like horoscopes and jewels, and it was called stones and all the other wicked stuff that y'all, wicked mediums that y'all use to communicate with the wicked world or the dark side to get and gain whatever it is that you think you're getting and gaining. Chat GPT and other AI mechanisms are no different. And like I said, this is a hill that I'm willing to die on. This whole, oh, these computers are gaining consciousness. This is not a computer. It's what we use to communicate with it. So it's easy for us to believe, oh, computers have become so advanced that we can just speak into it. And next thing you know, we have these amazing images and life forms that just come from just a prompt that we speak. You are speaking directly to the same spirits that they speak to when they're reading your palms, that they speak to when they decide. It's the same. It's real. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I have used ChatGPT for a lot of simple things. And now that I'm thinking about this, I really feel like I need to stay away from it. This is deeper than technology. Y'all think about it, think about it.
Yo, do you agree with her? Is it some type of spiritual medium? I think we need to go look at those videos of those kids who bow down anytime you say or summon an AI. I don't even want to say it because kids might be listening in the background to my video while you guys are watching it. And I say it, they might get to going crazy. So anytime they summon the AI, something happens weird with the children. I think children have spiritual mediums, or they are able to see certain frequencies that we can't see, or hear or feel, or whatever the vibe may be. Anytime you turn that AI on, the frequencies are off and they can feel it. So what do you guys think AI truly is? Chat GPT, what was it? I don't even know, dolphin, something like that. Deep sea. I said dolphin. What's the hole in the middle of the sun reflection? Why is that there? The black dot. Y'all ever try to look at like a headlight? How bright it would be? Imagine if this is like 1,000 headlights. Probably more. Shining down. You would think it's the sun, right?
Ain't no more Hollywood. On a 2014 Durango.
Dang. That's all bad.
Man, this is them. This is crazy. Roll the corn.
路灯都在这了，现在吃些给你来挪挪吧啊，看给你车走了啊，就在这了啊，挺配合。
All the street lights burning up.
Why don't the media do Epstein like they do Diddy? We know everything. We know Diddy like to put cum on his nipples for men. Him and Cassie like to suck the cum off. So this is detail. Why we don't know details about Epstein?
We don't know nothing about Epstein.
Where are the children? Where are their stories? Where are their testimonies? Why don't we have open access to Giselle's testimony and her cooperation with the government?
You mean Ghislaine? Yeah.
Ghislaine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know why? Because most of the people went to the island was politicians and powerful people, princesses of Wales, all them types, the real freaks, the evil people. The evil people who can go to an island and have access to children that nobody know have been kidnapped in the world. The evil people. Those are politicians. Those aren't poor people. Those are not people on drugs. Those are not gangbangers that's doing this. Gangbangers hurt their own people. But it's a group of people that take our children and they disappear, and powerful people have access to them. There's a movie that I question to this day. It's called Sounds of Freedom, Cry of Freedom, about
Sounds of Freedom. Yeah.
human. I cried watching that movie. I kept walking. I said, "Oh man." I said, "Why don't nobody promote this movie from Hollywood? Why don't our government promote this movie? Why do our government spend so much billions in Ukraine? And why don't we got some real laws for sexual exploitation and sexual abuse? Could they in on it too?"
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of that movie, it says that child sex trafficking has surpassed drugs and guns in the world.
That's crazy.
You don't need to reply. You don't need to re-up with a kid. You catch him at 5, it's a sex slave till it die, unless somebody free it. So you asked me a question earlier. How does a kid survive that? With no hope, agony? It's the resiliency of a child that adults lose throughout life. So, nah, man, so I think our government, all that, everybody full of shit. I wear a hat that says I think everybody's playing. We really ignore the conditions of our children in America. We have some of the most drug-addicted children ever in the history of human existence today. More of our children go to bed hungry or live in abuse, neglect, and is exposed to more violence than any other group of children outside of these third world countries. But there's not a lot of resources. There's not a lot of things put into development. More things are being taken from the kids and given to the gays and the politicians in the interest groups.
Can you imagine what
Charleston White be dropping some knowledge, man. He be dropping some knowledge. I can't disagree with nothing he's saying. Crazy times we living in.
the world would have looked like before the last reset? This was in St. Louis, the United States of America. And you can clearly see that this is not somebody's house. This is not a normal building. This is technology. This was in Buffalo, New York. Now can you imagine walking down the street and seeing buildings like this? This one was in France. And you can clearly see that the people are looking at a place. I mean, just look how small the people look compared to the building. And if you notice that all these buildings have antennas at the top, and that's for harvesting natural atmospheric energy. This one was in Belgium, and you can clearly see that we don't build like that no more. And this one was in the Czech Republic, and by the shape of this building, you can tell that this building was on some next type of technology. You see, as part of the reset, a lot of these buildings was put on display.
War of the Worlds? With the blimp with the wings on it. Yo, what really happened in our past, y'all? I really want to know. Like, I wish, like, I could just, like close my eyes and then just, like, see the entire history like that. And then just have, like, all the knowledge of what happened. Like, I don't need details, specific details. Like, I don't need to know what people was doing in their private life. I just need to know why the buildings changed, why the society changed, why the culture changed, what happened back then. Why did they build like this at a certain point in time, and why did they stop? I want to know that, because no one seems to have the answer for that. You know, everyone's always saying, oh, this is old Tartaria, Tartaria this, Tartaria that, old world this, old world that, right? What happened to stop the old world from continuing? And why are we in a new world now? All right, I get we have these mud floods. What causes the mud floods? Can we figure that part out? What was before the mud floods? You know what I'm saying? These are questions that, I don't know. They probably have been answered. I'm not too into the Tartarian community. All right, maybe somebody has dove deep enough to figure these answers out or figure these questions out. I haven't. So, I just want to know what happened.
One last time to the world under the pretense of a world fair, where people would come, have a good time, throw a few signs up, and when the party was over, they blew it up with dynamite. Some of these buildings got used as a casino. I mean, come on, brother. Man, no, that's not no casino. Now look, this is what they always do. They always credit these buildings to some architecture nobody's ever heard of. James Gleick Hugo Gernsback, 1884 to 1967, has mostly vanished from our cultural memory, which is a pity, because he was an extraordinary man and his influence on modern age electrical science. Listen, don't lie to me, brother. You man didn't even build these buildings. That's why you blew them up with dynamite. So nobody can go and visit them today.
He ain't lying. You didn't build them, you found them. Most of them say found it. There's a reason it says found it, and they use that word, found it, because, hey, we found it. And that's what it is. And I feel like with most of the buildings that were founded, if they didn't figure out what to do with them, right? If they couldn't make it into a church or an apartment building or some manufacturing warehouse or something like that, then they destroyed it. That's what I feel like happened.
I'm very confused about the Genius Act. I thought there was a deal made by the president to make sure that included was going to be the central bank digital currency. There'd be no possibility of a backdoor to get that. So where are we?
Steve, let me explain something. In 1971, we went off of the gold standard. The Federal Reserve did that. And we went to cash, a cash society. And the value of the dollar has drastically gone down to the buying power is less than 10 cents now from where it was in the 1950s before we went off the gold reserve. What's happening today on July 17th and 2025 when no one is paying attention, no one's talking about it, everyone is in blind rage about the Epstein files, and I don't blame them. However, right now, what is being voted on today in Congress is the entire setup, groundwork, and entire infrastructure being laid to move from cash to digital currency. And the number one thing that is not happening today is a ban on a central bank digital currency. This means the ability for the government to take control of your digital bank account where all your money is and turn it off. And
Yo, we've been talking about this for some time, man. We're moving into this era, you know, that everyone's been talking about, you know, this digital era where you're going to have a digital footprint and biometrics to move from here to there. And if you're not acting right, they could turn your money off and cash ain't going to be worth nothing. Oh, man, it's tough to think about, right?
this is why I'm so upset and it's not being talked about. Steve, I was the only no vote on the rule last night. And Congress set a record last night, and no one's talking about that either. This was the longest vote held open for a rule in history. And it finally shut down sometime around midnight because there was a deal made, and the deal will not be honored. It was a deal that Speaker Johnson made, and he said that he would put a ban on central bank digital currency in the NDAA. But let me tell you something, that's going to get stripped out in the Senate because what they told us all week long is the Senate does not have the votes to pass a ban on a central bank digital currency. So I want to lay this out straight for you all. You never thought in your lifetime that the government would shut you down, would close your churches, would close your schools, would close your business. And that happened only a few years ago. But what is happening today is the groundwork is being laid, and it's all in the name of cryptocurrency and stablecoin. But it is the entire regulatory process to switch us from cash to a cashless society to digital currency that can be controlled by the federal government. And there will be no ban on a central bank digital currency. There will be no way to protect your ability to fully control your digital currency in the future. And I'm voting no to this today. I don't know if there'll be any other no votes on the Republican side, But I'm voting no to this because I'm a Christian and I've read the Bible and I believe what Revelations 13:16 through 17 says. And I just cannot vote for a future system that will do that.
But it's okay, hang on. But I thought at one time you had a dozen or maybe 25. You had the House Freedom Caucus plus others that are saying, hey, we don't support any possibility of having a central bank digital currency. A lot of them are concerned about things in the Genius Act overall, but they're prepared to, say, we'll let that go forward. But they're adamant about the central bank digital currency. Where are all the other dozen, 20, 24 people that were with you?
They remain concerned. Don't get me wrong. My colleagues remain. I'm not in the Freedom Caucus, so I'm going to lay that out right there. My colleagues remain concerned about a central bank digital currency. As a matter of fact, that was expressed as a concern by Republicans in every meeting that I was in. But yet there was no massive effort on a large scale to stop a central bank digital currency. It's just this. They were saying, we've got to deliver. The president wants this passed. We didn't even know about the Genius Act until Monday, but they're saying we have to have this passed. He wants a signing ceremony on Friday. He wants this done, and they're willing to push it forward without guaranteeing and passing on the front end. My demand is let's do this on the front end. Let's stop the central bank digital currency first, and then let's pass this stuff. But no one is willing to do that. They were willing to make deals that I don't believe will hold because we were told all week, Steve, by everyone that a ban on CBDC, central bank digital currency, will not pass in the Senate. There are not 60 votes for that. So by Johnson putting it in the NDAA and saying this is our effort to get it to pass, it doesn't mean that it's going to pass in the Senate. They're going to gut it out. We watched them do that with the BBB. They're going to do it with Clarity, the other Bitcoin, the market regulatory bill that will pass today. They do this all the time, and the House constantly gets jammed. And here's one thing that really makes me angry, Steve. This was a closed rule. Johnson did not allow us to make amendments to the Genius Act, to make an amendment to put a ban on CBDC in the Genius Act. We were told you don't have a right to amendments. You don't get to do your legislative process anymore. You just have to vote on it. And they forced it through, making what I think is a fake deal. And I wish the Freedom Caucus had held, but they didn't. They want to work and they want to pass the president's agenda, and I do too. But I'm not willing to go along with the pathway to a central bank digital currency in a cashless society where none of us can control our money. Because I don't trust the government, and no one else should trust the government. And just because this administration is committed to that doesn't mean that a future administration will not lock down our bank accounts if we are not doing and saying what they want us to do. We've already been there. That was the past 4 years. I don't want to ever go back to that, and I don't want that future for my children, Steve. And so I am upset today. I'm adamantly no to this, and I wish I had more Republicans standing with me.
Yo, I'm not ready for this digital society in which somebody can just say, like, imagine going to the store. We're already getting to that point. Like, no one really even accepts cash anymore. Most places are cashless now. And that's what's crazy too, is like I came up in an era where cash was king. Now cash is unseen, and it's getting a little bit crazy. People use Apple Pay for everything. We send money through mobile pay and transfers, and there's really no physical money exchange. So we're already on the path of digital currency. Imagine when they say, boop, your stuff don't work. You might have $10,000 in your bank account, right? And you might feel like, oh man, I'm doing good. And it's all in some type of digital USDC coin. You know what I'm saying? US dollar coin. And then you go to try to buy your groceries at Walmart, and boop, denied. And it says denied because your social credit score is only at 76%, and you need to be at an 82 to be able to purchase any goods from Walmart. Imagine that. Now imagine them being able to go in and control your social credit score. So imagine, you feel like you're doing everything great. You're an outstanding citizen, and you wake up one day because maybe they just don't like you. And now you can't do anything because you have a 52% credit score, social credit score. And you're like, what can I do? What can I do? They're like, oh, well, this is your credit score. There's nothing I can do about that.
The Egyptian gods never existed. They symbolized the different body parts of your body. Anubis is the dog, which represents the tongue, the barking, because the power of life and death is in the tongue. The falcon of Horus is the inner bird, which is inside of the brainstem. Thoth, the god of wisdom. Thoth is thought, because he is the god of wisdom, the thought, the human mind. Jed pillar is the spinal column, which is a part of the brain. The Ankh is the womb, the uterus in the womb, because this is the portal into the physical world. This is symbolizing how the visual field works with the brain, because you do not see into the external world. What you are seeing is an image produced by the visual cortex in the back of the brain. The back of the casket is the cerebellum, which is all to do with motor learning and cognitive functions of the brain. The scarab is the skull. Hindus used to build temples in the human form because they understood this is the most advanced piece of technology on the face of the earth. The Most High does not dwell in houses made by human hands. It's your human body. You are God made flesh. They don't want you finding out how sacred your body is and how powerful your mind is. You are the all-seeing eye on top of the pyramid, looking into the three-dimensional world. You are Solomon's temple, the temple of the soul and the mon, the soul and the mind in the temple. If you want to learn more, read this book, the Book of Wisdom.
We got to get the Book of Wisdom, y'all. It's time to learn some more.
I remember when we became African Americans because I worked in the black marketing department at Coca-Cola where we were selling Coke to our people. And the vice president came in and said, okay, we are now African Americans. We were like, alrighty, African.
How you spell that again?
Right.
Is it two ways?
And I heard this white woman was sitting next to me and she said to another white woman, they don't know who they are. Wow. That's what I said. And I'm gonna take my wig off and I'll be honest, I did not know what to say to her. I didn't know what to say to her.
But in a way, it's kind of true, though.
That's why I didn't know what to say.
Come on, man. We native. That's why we don't know, because they keep trying to throw different labels on us, saying you're from here, you're from there. You know, when none of it actually adds up. The only people who don't know where they're from are the ones who were already here, because we were from here. Does it make sense? Look at all these little orbs.
So scientists just proved that smiling is a universal language after they see grass cells smiling under the microscope when it rains. And not only under the microscope, people have also seen their plants from their gardens smiling. I don't know about y'all, but I need my food to have a smile on it too. And the craziest thing is, I'm not even surprised. This is what the creator, God, left the blueprint, putting a signature on it. Designed the code for happiness to be a smile. You even see our pets like cats and dogs. If you got them, you know that they smile when they happy. For the people who skeptical, why does this look like a smiley face? It could have been any other geometrical shape, but it's a smiley face. Because obviously the plant is happy that it's getting water. There are literally dozens of Bible verses that tell you to be happy. Like a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up bones. Remember, God didn't give us a spirit to be sad and depressed. He told us to be happy. Even the plants know it. I'll let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about plants smiling under the microscope in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. If you want to learn how to put a smile on your face because your content is making you money, comment down below Hub and I'm sending resources in your DMs. Smile, nigga.
So this woman moved into her new house, right? Only come to find out, she had a whole nother motherfucking house up under her house. Look at this shit right here. Look at this crazy shit. Says she was smelling all these weird ass smells. She was cleaning fabuloso every motherfucking where. She did some digging and some searching. And
this is old world right here. This is flooded out, built on top of old world.
And found all of this shit up under her house. See, this is that shit I be talking about, that Tartaria shit. We all living on top of old shit and don't even fucking know about it.
Look how far
that's some motherfucking deep diving right there. And
like,
I would have.
It looks. Sorry, I keep talking. It looks like everything's melted in a way. You know, like maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what caused the floods and things. Was like heat. some type of stuff, just destroying everything to where we lost all infrastructure and everything, and stuff just started flooding. I don't know, but that's what this looks like to me. It looks like melted rock, or it could just be from water too, dripping and erosion. I don't know.
Got the fuck on up out of that house immediately. Ain't no telling what's inside that motherfucker, what's living up under there. That shit look like a whole cave system up under her motherfucking house, dog. Now, after they done did all this searching, I hope nothing don't pop out, come bite them in the ass. Y'all some brave motherfuckers. Couldn't been me. I would have smelt all that shit and like, yeah, I gotta call some authorities or something, but I don't really know about that if you see what the fuck going on out here. But I wouldn't have done all this shit. I would have called the motherfucker, hey, you come down here, I'll pay you some money, and I want you to go dig up under my motherfucking house, see what's up under there, cause something ain't right. I bet you it's a shit ton of spirits in that motherfucker. But I guess they gonna find out. But I would not be doing none of that shit, and that's fucked up. They moving to that motherfucking house, and there's a whole nother house up under that motherfucker. Dog, we gotta start doing some more motherfucking investigation before we start moving into these motherfucking places. But I already be thinking about this shit, cause I already know everything that we living on top of is on top of some shit that's up under the ground that they covering up and hiding from us. We living on top of mounds. We living on top of motherfucking grave sites, all types of shit. Other buildings, other houses, all of that. And people don't realize it. But this video right here should let all you motherfuckers know that there's some shit going on that they don't want us to know about.
Can't really trust DoorDash, I'm telling you. Wow, I just took the drink and the food.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Are you not delivering my stuff? Are you not delivering my food and drink? Yes. Leave it at the door. Can you leave my food at the door?
Crazy.
Did you thought you had the wrong place or something?
They say GPS.
She lying.
All right. The hell?
You know, DoorDash is crazy. You just trust anybody to deliver your food? Oh, this one right here is crazy. It's crazy because people are like anti ankle socks nowadays, right? They're like, oh, you got ankle socks on? You're showing your ankles? But back in the day, yo, if we had on high socks, we was lame. Yo, you got to roll them ups down or something or try to tuck it underneath your foot. Like, yo, this is my one right here, man. I don't see nobody outside just on their bike, just looking for other kids. Hey, you guys want to play? You know, don't really see that too much. Everything's, yo, they'll be, this is what they do now. They get the group call. They'll get the group call and be like, hey, man, I'm out here playing basketball. And they'll set the phone up and they'll be by themselves at the park. And it'll be like 6 people on the group call. And they're like, bro, you gonna miss. Bet. like everything's digital now. The last gen to grow up that way, man. Yo, all my millennials out there, born in the early 90s, late 80s. Shout out to y'all, man. We had a great childhood. We didn't get social media until we were about like in high school. Like think about that. And even then, when it was in high school, like we didn't use it like that. So it's like, man, going down memory lane. I feel like my parents when they're like, man, I miss the times when. Yeah. All the gold you can eat.
How can someone say that it doesn't exist? That's extreme denial to the point of insanity.
3 years ago, I set out across America to investigate a story about a mysterious substance called ormus. A story so strange that I had to meet the people behind it.
These are a group of previously unknown minerals.
Everyone was experiencing a metaphysical type of effect with it.
You can take a substance that will cause reality to change.
My blood oxygen level shows the blood oxygen level of a teenage athlete.
But getting a grasp of the facts was proving more difficult than I ever imagined.
It's a very slippery subject.
Tell him you need to stop. You need to stop.
Let's talk out of the car.
It seems to me he feels he has the secret to something.
A secret as old as the Bible.
Can you make gold?
Can I make gold?
Would you consider yourself an alchemist?
Because you're making gold, aren't you?
Yes. People will die because of this. People have been killed because of this.
This is the story of my search. To find out if ormus really does exist. And if it's possible to literally make gold.
What is going on here?
Anybody that tries it, in my opinion, is an idiot.
Dang, anyone who tries it's an idiot, but you guys all know how to do it. Yo, we need to learn how to make gold.
Okay, in the Bible it tell you about the number 666.
Yeah.
Yeah, it say let one who got the wisdom and knowledge calculate this number. The key word is calculate. And you will know the meaning of that shit. So look, I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all listening at home, y'all write this, y'all try this. Boom. Write down the alphabets. Get a sheet of paper. Write down the alphabets. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like going down on each line. Write the alphabet. And on for each letter, it'll be a number, a multiplication of 6. So A will be 6, B will be 12, C will be 18, D will be 24, E will be 30, and so on, so on, so on, so on. So boom, once you got your alphabet, you got the numbers down. Now write the word computer. COMPUTER. Boom, you find the letter. You find the letter for C, which will be 18. Right. You find the letter for O, whatever that number is. You find the letter for M, whatever that number is. But you add every number from computer, and that bitch gonna be 666.
Here's the mark of the beast. Make that cook.
Come on now.
It is the mark of the beast.
Come on now.
But then again,
come on now, computer. What? And remember how they are, not how they trying to advance technology to where like that chip in your arm, to where if you ain't got the chip in your arm, you can't buy no food, right. You can't clock in or work. Yeah. And remember in the Bible, that's what it say. If you ain't got this mark, you ain't gonna be able to buy no food, no woo.
We moving to that time, yo. They talking about biometrics for everything. I'm not ready for the social media or social credit score system, for the mark of the beast system. This right here is low key the mark of the beast. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the device of the beast. Woman caught carrying a water brick at airport, then dances for police. Oh wow. Oh dang.
lot of people in the comments were saying she's definitely the distraction. Whoever put her up to this got the bail money. People were saying it was, what was it called? A brick of what, hydro or something? Like, what bail money? It's done. You're done. And with how large that...
My man said hydro. When's the last time we've heard that word, hydro? You know? Ain't it loud? Gas. Hydro. Yo, shout out to my millennials.
brick was, even if you have 0 priors, you're getting 5 years minimum. There will be no bail. They're just gonna arrest you. So, you know, being as fucked as you are in this situation, the best thing to do would be to, you know, just say nothing, be calm. You know, you never know who's watching. They have the body cam footage. You're probably gonna go to court for this. Let's act normal, right? And she started
working
as a self-defense mechanism. And it kind of works. I mean, she's still in cuffs, but the officer did take a second to admire her. And I just posted a video of Indians being sent back by the 7 hours of stealing at Walmart. This isn't even a setback for us. The CIA is just running victory laps. My community is so cooked, bro. This is. Why are you immediately shaking ass? This is like, you remember when Ice Spice tried to freestyle and she ran out of lyrics and she just started twerking? Why is it that this is the first go-to? Why is she so happy? Yo, they show that shit in court. You just look stupid. But anyway, hopefully the people in the comments had that shit wrong, because I don't know how you even find out that she's carrying opioids from a video like that immediately. But if you were, just kiss your freedom goodbye.
Man, I got some stuff to say, but I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Military grade microwave weapon systems. Whoever is responsible for fire is trying to save me.
Natural. Supposed to be natural. Electrolyte, 7 pH balance.
Do it come from
carbon
right here,
neutral.
Do it come from right here?
Look. All these fun facts. Natural spring water. Bitch.
All they're supposed to say is natural spring water.
These the bitches been through a filter. I don't care what bottle y'all got.
Did it come from there? Did it come from...
This is, look, from now on, on the bullshit water.
Yeah, you heard it.
Look.
Throw that shit up.
It's bullshit water. I don't care what y'all say, what water test y'all do. This is bullshit water.
Come on, man. Fill the video with the right water.
Alternative.
The real spring water.
The real spring water.
Come on, man. Nothing but water, spring water, no other ingredients, no preservatives, nothing.
Natural spring.
No added electrolyte, no enhancement.
Come on, man.
Don't get better than that.
How does your Fitbit or your IBM Square Pin or your Apple Watch get all those biological, physiological signals out of your body to the app for your fitness tracker on your phone, your iPad? And the reason I'm asking is because I'm going to take a guess that you're not wearing when you first get up in the morning and you're brushing your teeth, getting dressed, etc. I'm going to guess that you're not putting on an EEG cap with all these little electrodes. And I'm going to guess you don't spend your day walking around with an oxygen meter on your finger. And I'm going to guess that you don't have the EKG, electrocardiogram, sticky pads that you get at the hospital covering your chest. Every morning you get up, you're putting on your EEG cap, all these stickers for the EKG. You put your oxygen meter on your finger, and you start walking around the house and go to work and drive and take care of your children, right? Are you laughing? It's funny, right? Nobody's doing that. There are way too many people out there that are avoiding how simple the crux of all of these problems really is. If you're not getting up every morning and putting on your oxygen sensor, your EEG cap with all the electrodes, and you're not putting EKG stickers all over your chest, then HOW, are you getting all those biological signals? Did you know that we've had pacemakers in human bodies for a long time? Probably. Even those of us with grandparents in the 80s and the 90s, pacemakers were a thing. Yeah, okay. HOW. Here's your cell phone. I'm going to send a text message. HOW. All right, I'm sending a text message. Do you see anything leaving the phone with little wings on it physically? No. Do you see the waves coming off the phone physically with your eyeballs? No. Okay. Can you tell me how that message is encoded and decoded in cybersecurity, routing protocols, networks, commercial and or military? Because I can, and I did for 3 years. I have a resume with proper work experience to explain to people exactly how the text message leaves the phone, through the wireless in your home, out to the drop outside your house, with the internet service provider systems that we have in use right now today. That's my own resume. You see, because of something called R&D, research and development, and the way the United States does business in information technology, now known as information communication technology, and because of that thing I mentioned about all my family members having jobs, this whole experience with the convid has been completely unique to me. Everybody else in the world is going off in 100 different directions, and I'm just still sitting here going, are you going to tell people how long you've been doing this?
You know, that is a good question, right? You have all of these wireless devices around you, right? Cell phones, tablets, Apple Watches, Fitbits. What else am I missing? Wi-Fi routers, Bluetooth technology when you're in the car or anywhere else. You got AirPods in your ears. Everything's wireless, right? And everything's sending signals back and forth. And you don't get to see these signals. And we really have no clue. Well, some people do, but most people, the majority of people, don't know the harmful effects of these things. They don't know about radiation. They don't know about electricity. They don't know how these things are traveling, right? Or how they're affecting our bodies or our moods or our health or any of that. We're just constantly using them.
In all my years of living,
whoa,
I have never seen nothing like this in my life.
Me either. What is that?
What is this? I'm gonna thank every tree doing this now. I thought that was the wind blowing the pans or something, the little cone things. Nah, fam.
That's a bug or
Look
something.
Nah.
That one's moving.
Nah.
Yo, where you live at? Because I don't want to be around them trees.
It's gravity. Man, this shit very demanding. This whole industry, this whole system, all this shit demanding. It's very, all this shit ran off of money. All this shit do not mean nothing. It's very demanding. This whole music industry is very demanding. As I saw the crosses in the Jesus piece, I just grabbed it. It really don't mean nothing. And as I say, this shit demanding. I'm very demanding. Man, there's a lot of devils that's coming in and out my door. So I'm a child of God. You see my Jesus piece, you see my crosses. So as I tell you, this shit very demonic and scary around here. I'm talking about the shit that's coming in and out my doors, what I'm trying to protect myself from. So as I see the Jesus piece of the crosses,
need to see this shit.
They try to tell us all the time. It's demonic. The music industry is demonic. What does that mean? That's a bigger question. You know what I'm saying? Because like a demon could be anything. Like a demon to one person could be a god to another person. You get what I'm saying? So what does that mean? I don't know. I knew the hip hop community, music industry was demonic once I started seeing dudes painting their nails. And I was just like, yo, back in the day, shout out to my millennials again. Back in the day, yo, if you got your nails painted black, you was like gothic or like a rock star in a rock band, some heavy metal. You was trying to be demonic. You know, you were doing the upside down pentagrams and things like that, right? But now it's just like, oh, it's cool to do it, right? So people are just doing it because it's cool. Stop chasing what's cool, please.
You need to see this shit. It's called Remney Beach. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And if you can't find it that way, what you got to do is click that sound right there, scroll. And when I say scroll, keep scrolling. Look through them videos. You're going to see the video. Because like I said, TikTok did not delete this shit.
Remini Beach? Yo, I got to check that out.
So now Alaska just got hit by a 7.3 earthquake, and now they potentially having a tsunami warning? In Alaska. Now Now, this geoactivity is not just happening in Alaska, it's happening all over the world. This geoactivity has awakened volcanoes all over the U.S., from Hawaii, Alaska, and now they're saying a 1,000-foot tall megaquake could hit the U.S. This was all the way back in May. From Alaska, Hawaii, and the West Coast. What just happened today? Oh yeah, that was Alaska. And let's not forget, on the other side of the world, Japan did get hit with a 1,000 earthquake that erupted volcanoes. And Guatemala also got hit by a crazy earthquake. Once again, Matthew 24. There will be wars and rumors of wars. You see, nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. What's happening in the Middle East right now? There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All of these are the beginning of birth pain. This right now is showing y'all need to get y'all life right with Jesus. I don't care what y'all believe in. The Most High is going to come back, and this prophecy has been fulfilled right before our eyes. This not to spread no fear. This just to show y'all to be vigilant. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts of what y'all think about all of these crazy earthquakes happening all over the world in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. And comment down below hub if y'all wanted the resources to get paid from y'all content. We in the end time.
Man. That's crazy work right there.
So I am going out by the ocean like I did yesterday, and there isn't any water.
Oh no. This was like 5 days ago, y'all. I wonder what happened.
It's all that sparkly stuff.
I know it's everywhere. It's not metal. Maybe glass. Oh, I bet it's
Fish scales.
Fish scales. I ain't getting in that mud.
I wouldn't either.
Here it is, guys.
That fucking blows at one shot. All the fucking round.
You know, people really be living in Alaska.
Toroy. Brother Jay.
Huh?
Hey, you see that shit about Dragon Ball, bro?
What shit about Dragon Ball?
Bro, the writer to Toyotaro, right?
Uh-huh.
That nigga, bro, he said that everything that's happened in Dragon Ball, including movies, GT, and Dragon Ball Heroes, all that shit's canon, bro.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
How?
Does he have that power?
Wait,
what?
You got the keys now. You got to get
Wait,
the keys.
no. First of all, no one nigga should have all that power. Hold on, I need to see.
No one man should
Is
have
that
all
bullshit? He said that? Oh wait, he said that all of them are different. There's all different timelines.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the timeline shit. I just seen that nigga just saying that everything was canon. It has to be different timelines, so all that shit could not have happened.
Cause that nigga said, somebody in there said to him.
Straight up.
If he makes Dragon Ball Z, GT, and all the movies canon, y'all niggas gonna have to explain a lot of shit to me.
And Heroes and Dragon Ball Super. No way. And they just got the new one. The Dragon Ball Daima. The little demon one. Where they turn into kids. It's like what they're trying to do with Dragon Ball Z is they created GT a while ago. And I think that was a mistake. But then now they're like, yo, we can try to use this GT. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce this Dragon Ball Daima, right? Where they get turned into kids through some evil Dragon Balls type stuff. And then it's going to transfer into the GT area, which would then transfer into the Dragon Ball Super era. Yo, it's too much confusion. Where's Toriyama at, man?
Even if there's timelines, that shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, the Z movies, most of them don't make no damn sense.
To the timeline or in general?
To the timeline.
Oh yeah, majority of them hoes don't have nowhere to fit in.
To the timeline, they make zero fucking sense.
I still mess with them all though.
Bro, we should go to Ken and Innigan's tonight.
Kennigan's? Where's that? What'd you say? God, that's hard to say.
Ken and Innigan?
drain system. When you drain water, bring the water down to the bottom.
I don't even know if they were abandoned like that, man. I just think the timelines are off. The history is off.
Pay attention to Malice. He knows. Y'all, he not playing with that fucking doll.
Right. Get the little demon doll out of
Neither
there.
one of them. They not feeling it. This man right here is a prophet. I'm telling y'all, like I keep saying it, he is him and Kyrie Irving actually, they are prophets straight out of the fucking Bible. And that little boo boo shit, it ain't flying with him. He don't like it. He don't like the feeling. Look at his face. He not feeling it. It's time to throw that bullshit in the trash, y'all. Seriously, let it go.
Let it go. Get rid of the little foo-foos, little boo-boos, little zuzus.
Talking about government hiding things. This one's creepy. There's this thing called Operation Often. It was within MK Ultra. It was hidden from the majority of government until 1975 to 77. The FBI director basically destroyed all evidence of MK Ultra. In December of 2024, they just released 1,200 documents. It gave more light to this thing called Operation Often. Operation Often was a joint U.S. Army and CIA project launched in the late 1960s. They went full in on hiring Satanists, witches to study and see if they could weaponize the paranormal. This is
That's
not
crazy.
made up. These documents came out saying that they were doing this. There are even reports that this program had files on spiritual possessions, poltergeist activity, and demonic entities.
Bro.
This is the U.S. government saying, like, let's research this and see if we can weaponize it. This was at the height of the Cold War. They're just trying to figure out anything to weaponize.
They're looking at spirituality as like a science to be harnessed. Because they know it's real. People think black magic, witchcraft, all this stuff is baloney. But I'm like, if the government, they've been looking, now they're like, now we're going to conduct a study on it.
It just makes it that much creepier because the supernatural world is real. Demons are real. Our government was actively inviting that stuff in. It's just dark, you know? That's why we need Jesus.
Yeah. If they were trying to do this in the 60s and they stopped, that means they accomplished their mission, and now witchcraft, demonology is weaponized. We see so much demonic stuff in today's time. It's weaponized. It's probably AI. I'm just putting that out there. It's probably AI. It's probably chatbots. And somehow they use witchcraft and have harnessed that energy and are putting it in chatbots. Crazy take, right?
This is the strangest thing you'll see exploring all the ancient sites around the world. How the old stuff was perfect, and then the new repairs is just stacked rock. So who knows how many times these have been rebuilt.
It sounds like what? What is mild caffeine poisoning? I've never even heard of caffeine poisoning. Caffeine can poison you? Oh my god. Okay, let me Google. How much caffeine to get caffeine poisoning? Oh my god, my fingers are moving so slow. In most cases, you shouldn't have more than 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. This is 230 milligrams of caffeine. I had one whole one. Oh my god, it says extra strength. Oh, I didn't know it was an extra strength. No, this isn't funny. What if I have caffeine poisoning? I don't think I do. I haven't even thrown up. Like, I'm fine. I'm just being dramatic. It's fine. Oh my god, don't do that. You scared the shit out of me. I've never heard of caffeine poisoning before. Wait, no, because I feel like I need to keep Googling something, but I don't know what to Google.
She's definitely had too much caffeine. Just think about how she's talking. I want to Google, but I don't know what to Google, but I'm going to Google. Maybe I should ask Jeeves. Maybe I should go to Yahoo. I don't know. My fingers are moving too slow, but they're moving too fast at the same time. Too much caffeine, man. Caffeine poisoning is a real thing. And you know what's crazy about caffeine is like not too long ago, it was kind of taboo in a way, right? Only coffee drinkers drank coffee, right? But you know, you had the people who were introduced to Starbucks, which kind of changed the game as well, because those are like treats with caffeine in them. So then, yeah, you have the Starbucks people, but that's a whole different type of people. You have the coffee drinkers, and then you had the people who were drinking like Red Bulls and Monsters, right? Those were like the only like energy drinks. Now, everybody and their mom and their grandma and their kids are drinking energy drinks. You can find kids drinking Celsius drinks, and I'm talking about like young teenagers, 13, 14. You can find grandmas drinking Alanis. You know, you got C4 energy drinks. Like everything is caffeine nowadays. You got caffeine water, and it have like 200 milligrams of caffeine in one drink, right? So imagine you drink one, you go through your day, you're going to crash. It's going to happen. There's caffeine crashes. Now you want to go get another one. Bang, you're at 400 milligrams right there, and you're probably not going to be able to sleep. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I didn't know one shot was, or I didn't know one of these was was like 2 servings. What does it say? Recommended use. Take one half a bottle for moderate energy. Take whole bottle for maximum energy. Do not exceed 2 bottles daily. Okay, well. Oh.
Someone needs to explain this optical illusion to me because I feel like I'm losing my mind. So look at this building here. See this? What is that? The Sky Tower?
Yeah, the Tokyo Skytree.
Or whatever it's called. This thing here, right? This is directly in front of me, right? These are these buildings here. So, hold this.
Right.
So, this is...
It's right in front of us at the moment.
To my right hand side, okay?
Yeah.
Now, wait till you see this.
No, I will keep following you.
Yeah, okay. So,
Right.
then we go...
We're going to walk this way.
It's behind that building. This area is there.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Okay, so it's behind us. Behind us, and then, yeah, I know. Keep walking, then you get to these lights, and all of a sudden, and then somehow you get here, and it's in front of us.
That's crazy.
It was directly behind the buildings down there, but now it's...
Well, now it's there.
Yo, it's got to be the angle.
No, there isn't 2 of them.
I'm so confused by this.
Physics.
No, that's not physics.
I don't know.
What the hell is it? It's called an illusion.
Y'all think it's an illusion, or is it physics? I don't know.
So the radiation exposure that we experienced was for 4 years. We lived up there. They knew when they did the assessment that our air was contaminated, our soil was contaminated, and our drinking water was contaminated. So the water that my food was cooked in was contaminated. The water that I showered in every day was contaminated. Worse, is the fact that my wife had 3 miscarriages. One of the guys that I worked with, his wife had 7. All 4 of my children were born with birth defects or significant health problems. It's not their fault. I'm not saying it's mine, but I brought it home. It was my DNA that was permanently altered from low-dose, long-term ionizing radiation exposure. I am asking that Congress please allow us to get the benefits that every other veteran has earned.
Yo, they can literally alter your DNA. Low dose radiation. Think about this now. We talked about this earlier, right? Right here. These things radiate consistently, right? You have Wi-Fi boxes. I'm sure you have a Wi-Fi box in your house. Come on, man. Don't lie to me. You got Wi-Fi in your house. Your Wi-Fi box radiates radiation. So you have these low dose radiation everywhere nowadays. So everyone's DNA is probably altered slightly.
What is this yellow watermelon? Tell us.
It's mixed with pineapple.
Mixed with pineapple?
Yeah.
What?
That's
I
a
want
lot.
to try some, please.
It's not mixed with pineapple. They got yellow watermelons everywhere.
Look at this. The spiral found all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Africa, Turkey, everywhere. With a strange circle in the middle. All these just remind me of Göbekli Tepe.
They didn't even know what the word matrix was. They tried to copyright and trademark the word matrix, Now, I got a trademark on The Matrix. The movie is called The Matrix. It's called The Terminator. I got copyrights, trademarks on that terminology. They never read the Bible. They had never read the Bible. They didn't know the word The Matrix was a 7,000-year-old Latin word for the woman's womb, and that it was mentioned 5 times in the Bible, 3 times in Exodus, 2 times in Numbers. Exodus 34th chapter, 19th verse, God says, he who opens the matrix, open up this womb, or his, including the female animals, because all the female animals birth. The cows birth the baby cows. Do you see the goats, the babies? All of the female animals do the same process as the female living beings upon the earth.
Like those other folks ultimately took your work or used it.
Did not take my work. They stole the money. When you go to court, no, listen, I got to clear this up because this is rumors all over the internet and people need to be cleared of these rumors. No one can steal your car because the title is in your name. They can't steal your house. The title is in your name. They can't steal the TV because you have the receipt. Now, they can take these items and make money off of them. They can take your house and have a house party and make $1 million. They can take, your car and make some money off of it. Now, when you go to court, we're going to court not for ownership because you have to put your ownership in there to take possession of the money that's owed you. We're going in for damages. Damages, that's money. That's why anybody sue. We're not suing for owning it. We're suing for money. So when you go to court, and when I went to court, I was suing for money and damages. I didn't have to prove I was the owner of the Matrix and Terminator. All I had to do was put in 96 pieces of evidence to claim the money, showing that the copyrights and the derivative movies are all mine. The FBI documentation who investigated and found out what they had done. It's when you impose on somebody's copyrights or trademark, it's counterfeiting. A lot of people don't know that. I'm here to teach law and make you prolific in law and make you understand. Forget about these rumors. I said you can't make any money on the internet with rumors. The internet is a distribution platform created for you to make money like you're doing. It's created for you to make money, not the gossip. You're not going to make any money gossiping. You're just a troll. Nobody's going to sue a troll on the internet because they don't have any money. It's a waste of time. So they can say anything they want. Like Tupac says, love me or hate me, you're still going to buy me because I'm the truth.
Come on now.
Well, it's real, very real.
What was the moment though?
Tupac knew what he was talking about.
What was the moment though that you was like, hold up, is that my work? Like
I did not go to the Terminator movies. Terminator came out October the 26th, 1984. My copyrights are May of 81, 83, and February the 6th, 84. So you see my book, published book, and copyrighted scripts, all of that was already out and people was reading it, just like Lords of the Ring book, Lords of the Ring movie, the Maze book, the Maze movie, the Gravity book, the Gravity movie. See, all these great movies and franchises come from somebody's hard work. The late J.R. Tolkien's Lords of the Ring, The Hobbit. The Hollywood go and make deals. And I don't even understand how people can even give Hollywood any credit of doing anything, because when the writers go on strike, Hollywood don't have anything.
So I looked at some of the court documents.
Yo, And that's why Hollywood is going into like creating things with AI, because they know that they ain't got nothing. So now they want to create something that they can control.
And there was a lot of denying from James Cameron, the Wachowski brothers, of course Fox. Everybody was like denying it. They said they
Denying
never met
what?
you.
What were they denying?
They were denying that. Of course, they're not saying that they took from your work. They were denying that they never met you. I just saw a lot of. Based on what I was reading, everyone was just
there was
like
no
trying
such
to
thing as
reject it.
taken from my work. They adapted my work to the screen. The derivative movies belong to me. It's like I'm the mother, and I had 3 babies in the hospital, and you came in the hospital and you stole my babies. Well, the babies, I came first. The babies came second. So if my book came first and the movies came second, then you know where the movies came from. They came from me. I'm the babies because I'm the source.
Come on. Did
Where's
you feel?
Wait a minute, wait.
Yeah.
I've never heard nobody on any interview say, where's their copyrights? Where's their trademarks? Where are their books? Where are their scripts? Because they don't exist. Because the moment you enter in fraud into the Library of Congress or the Copyright and Trademark Office, you're going to jail for fraud, because under the penalty of perjury, it asks you, is this your work that you're putting it in?
That's
Is
right.
this the truth? Or are you committing fraud? Because we can prosecute you under the penalty of perjury and use you as a witness against yourself. That's why the government doesn't care if you go to the DMV and get a driving license and you put in your brother's birth certificate. You get into a car wreck, they investigate the car wreck, they're going to find out, John, you never had a driving license, that you put in your brother's birth certificate. They're going to get you for fraud and arrest you for that. That's why when they investigate, they have all these charges.
I saw there was a RICO connected to it as well. You were trying to get everybody rounded up.
Oh, I did do a RICO. Let me tell you what's going on. All they're doing is what Al Capone, John Gotti, Whitey Bulger, Bernie Madoff, all they're doing is paying to stay out of jail. All these people were racketeering for 30, 40, 50, 60 years because they're paying off politicians. They're paying off FBI directors. They're paying off people in high places, Illuminatis, mobsters. They're paying to stay out of jail. But it catches up with you later, like it caught up with Al Capone. Look, Al Capone got on the witness stand and lied, his little CPA. They said, hey, Al, you made all this money racketeering and killing people, blah, blah, blah. And his little CPA, certified public accountant, said, no, Al wasn't doing any of that. He made his money from the companies. And then the government comes back and say, well, if he made the money from the companies he had, why didn't he pay taxes? We can't get you for racketeering, but we can get you for the taxes. He got 40 years, died of syphilis the moment he got out of prison. John Gotti, they couldn't get him for a long time because he had this Jewish lawyer named Cohen. And you guys read this. Read what I'm saying. And he was getting away. They set up that Cohen's attorney. He ended up going to jail. John Gotti had to get another attorney. They couldn't beat the JAG lawyers. Government lawyers are called JAG lawyers. They're some of the most phenomenal lawyers in the world. I learned from one of the JAG lawyers named Philip Banks. They are phenomenal. And then let's go to Whitey Bulger. His brother was a senator, and his best friend that he grew up with was a FBI director. He was getting away with all of this because of his brother, but they made his brother step down. He went on the lam, he and his girlfriend, and they caught him in Santa Monica, brought him back. He died as a snitch in prison. You see what I'm saying? Bernie Madoff's son turned him in. He was stealing millions and billions of dollars. All these millionaires and billionaires like myself was going to the FBI complaining, yet they were keeping him, these politicians was keeping him stealing till his son told on him. They claimed the son committed suicide, but that's a lie. They killed that guy because Bernie was making so much money for somebody, some syndicate, some mobster, somebody. And he got 150 years and he died there. I'm teaching you guys what's going on because you're saying, wait a minute, why James Cameron in jail? Why Gil and Hurd in jail? And Andy and Larry Wachowski and the Warner Brothers distributors, because they're a corporation, that's what they're protecting under a corporation. It's a totally different breed when you do something under a corporation. Okay?
Yo, she dropping gems, man. Shout out to the original writer of The Matrix.
So this is evidence of the world flooding, and I don't know how much more evidence you guys need, but watch this clip.
Oysters were found 2 miles above sea level, 11-foot oysters weighing 600 pounds, 2 miles above sea level in the Andes Mountains. When they climbed Mount Everest, they found petrified clams on top of Mount Everest. Interesting thing about these clams, they're petrified and they're closed. Now, I'd like to point out, Mount Everest is a little ways from the beach, first of all, okay? About 450 miles to the beach. And clams do not climb mountains very well. And when a clam dies, it opens. You can walk along the beach and find a million seashells. You hardly ever find a matched pair. And you never find them closed if they're dead. They open right away. How do you get petrified closed clams on top of Mount Everest? I think there was a flood. But I don't think the flood was over Mount Everest. Mount Everest wasn't there. Psalm 104 tells us the mountains arose during the last part of the flood. The mountain ranges formed during the end of the flood, probably as a result of the Earth's crust being cracked open and busted up into pieces, and pieces would lift up and flex back and forth. We cover all that on video number 6.
Amen to that.
That's crazy. Yellowstone is erupting. So we got volcanoes erupting too.
Bro, it's getting dark. Bro, you can't see it on camera, but it's getting dark. Oh, it's coming right under us, bro. I mean, right over us. Holy.
Oh, man, y'all pray for me, okay?
Yeah, that was fast. It got dark real quick.
Oh, yeah, we about to get wild. Look him out there, look him out there. Look him out there.
So you mean to tell me Area 51 is on fire and nobody asking what they really burning? You mean to tell me the most secret base on Earth just caught on fire by itself? Yeah, y'all, something weird is going on. Y'all do not understand what the hell is taking place right now. So many things is happening all at once. 30,000 acres are on fire near Area 51, y'all. So they say this fire started on July 4th, y'all. They said lightning came down, scoosh, and started that fire. And it's still burning currently as I speak. So with all this going on, people online are saying the government is trying to burn evidence, y'all. That's why the fires is happening. I don't think that's the case. Here's the part that got me thinking. There's not a lot of coverage on this. This don't just burn it in silence, y'all. Like, what? So then you got people online that's talking about the fire when it started over there beside Area 51. They captured what appears to be an orb or an alien, y'all. Now, I don't know if it's an alien, y'all, but all I know is if you wanted to erase something real quick, a wildfire would do the job for you. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Burn it down. So, do you guys believe Area 51 is the only area? I mean, it's numbered, right? So that's just 51. What about the 50 before that? Or the 50 after? How many other areas out there are there, and what are they hiding? What they migrating for? Where they going? You know, they probably thinking in they minds like, yeah, there was a time where I could do this and there was no cars and no street roads and I could just travel to where I was supposed to travel. Now I gotta take detours.
And y'all gonna get mad at me for saying this. But the reason everybody's struggling with their sexuality right now is because y'all sitting up here and worshiping these celebrities who are literally inverted beings. Now, you have the men cosplaying as women. So we all can think of a few celebrities that kind of look masculine or you think they have masculine features. Those are men cosplaying as women. And then you have actual women cosplaying as men. Now, I know it's going to be some people in my comments, oh, she crazy, she this. Okay, well, think about it like this. Hollywood and the CIA work together. They're like this, babes. They're like this. So these people can literally create whatever image they want y'all to see. Baby, cosmetic surgery, that's nothing to these people. You feel me? Doctoring up some photos and shit and creating whole fake storylines is nothing to these people. The whole world is a stage. And it has literally been shown that people that worship celebrities, y'all have a low IQ. So this is gonna go way above your head in the first place. And y'all might be asking, oh, but why would they do that? Why do they care? Why do they care about our sexuality? First of all, this whole matrix is built on exploiting sexual energy, aka Kundalini energy. Therefore, if you can get people confused about their sexual energy and you can get people to not have any morals or values and, you know, just hooking up with anybody, baby, you feeding the system. You feeding the system. They want y'all confused and they want y'all to just have sex with anybody. Like, that's the agenda.
Anybody and anything.
We saying, bro. Remember me, I'm the guy from Actual Speeches. Huh? Yeah, much love, much love, much love. My valley. Much love. Oh, remember you copied my valley. Remember I was the guy with the valley. Yeah, I remember. Much love. You copied it from me. Yeah. Oh, damn. What's up? Come on.
Shit, what? You copied something.
What's up with you, bro? Yo, you need to come with us, yeah? Please. But he's hot, though. Why you gonna tell the world who you stole this from? Much love, bro. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Much love. God damn.
Time to go.
Dang, he's following us too. Sorry. Damn, this nigga following me, bro.
I know you're not fucking serious right now. There's nobody in that car. There's no one touching that. That's a fucking boo-boo.
Oh, no.
Are we serious? Nobody's touching that.
Stay away from the
Nobody's in that car. What? Huh? What?
How is it just moving, y'all? Like, yo. That thing's possessed. That's why he didn't show us the rest of the video.
What's good,
The time
family?
machine is your mind.
Our calendar is incorrect, and the elite has stolen time. Check out the date on the picture. J648, not 1648. Here is Anno J686. Look at the coin. It reads J707. What does Anno mean, family? It reads in the specific year of his or her age, like the almanac. It says, year of our Lord, I-795. Here is what I believe happened.
Yo, most of the time we look at that and we would have already thought 1795. But it's I-795. So that's just the year of whoever they're praising. Doesn't that kind of make sense?
Happened. They took the letter I and replaced it with the Roman numeral 1. This is Akobulan, and the date reads I-844. Compare it to the number 1 above. The title isn't important. Look at the date, I-769. We are not in the 2000s, family. Look below at the date. J633. You can't hide the I and J usage. Friend up.
Yo, where did the 1,000 years go?
At the end of the day, I'm not looking for no fucking white bitch, man. Fuck them white. They don't love you. They don't want to. They like your. That's it. They don't fuck with you. They don't fuck with us. They don't fuck with none of us. They don't fuck with us. So what I'm saying is we taught not to love ourselves because loving ourselves represents the extinction of those other cultures. They're only afraid of white genetic annihilation. They're afraid of our ability to procreate. If you have a baby with a bitch named Kelly, that child ain't coming out looking like Justin Bieber. He coming out like Tyrese, man. They know through our ability to procreate, genetically we're superior. So that's why they want to make our women look like whores to us and make us look like nothing to our women. They play us against each other. You can't be a strong black man with a white woman because genetically she's turned off by that superiority. And why would you love a woman? How could you love a woman whose father's father will never love you or your father or the children you have with that woman? You're already bringing a child into a world, into a divided family structure. My message and us getting this message is important because we in a serious times. Everything we do has to be serious. We even conditioned to create content that don't elevate us. We not getting into the business of what we doing. We got to get behind the true leadership, right? So somebody like me, y'all should be giving your full support to because I'm one of them ones. We got to change our mindset. First of all, we have to abolish the N-word. We got to stop calling each other nigga and what's up, bitch. We didn't even create that word. That word was given to us by the oppressor and the colonizer. Right. So we have to stop taking those words that defeat our vibration and stop using it recreationally. Secondly, we got to be serious about everything we do in terms of business. We got to get the maximum payout. We change by having conversations about change and understanding who the enemy really is and stop acting like that's not the enemy. So the reason why people for years has been talking because a lot of our leaders and elders and OGs, they sold us out because they were scared of the white man. They was too busy dick sucking. They didn't believe that we could defeat them. Thank God for Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Huey P. Newton, George Jackson, Geronimo Pat, Assata Shakur, Black Liberation Army, because those brothers and sisters that died for us, they died for us to be able to have conversations like this. So it's a process. It just wasn't a passing of the torch. There was no revolutionary nepotism. So what that means is it's like you don't realize that somebody died for us to be in this room. We still in war. It's not over. So now we pick up the responsibilities of what our elders left behind, which is building institutions. We have to start wanting to own shit and not being a part of it.
Yo, he dropping gems. I'm just going to put that out there. As a man who comes from both sides, I guess, a mixed person, right? Both sides of the spectrum. It is a little strange when you grow up and you hit that certain age where you realize someone from the other side of the family, and it can be both sides, looks at you like you're different, right? And you realize that too, and then you start to look at yourself, and then you do realize that I am a little bit different. There's nothing worse than that. I'm just saying.
So I was paralyzed by my COVID-19 vaccine, but that is not what we are here to talk about. Despite the fact that I have lots of evidence online, including my medical records, spinal cord MRIs, things like that, and that I was offered government-assisted suicide euthanasia called MAID in Canada.
What?
We're not here to talk about that either, because this is all labeled misinformation, censored. What does that mean? Whatever it wants to mean. On all these platforms, I'm labeled misinformation. No matter what. I tell my story, I tell the facts, people confirm these facts. Independent media outlets search for these facts. Global News National has searched for these facts. They post them. Alex Jones, Jordan Peterson, Dr. Drew, people like this, people you might know. They post my facts. But yet social media labels me misinformation. Mainstream media, I'm misinformation. Doesn't matter what I say if they don't want you to know. So that's right. I wasn't an anti-vaxxer. I took my COVID shot. I had my reasons. And if you want to find out more, you can go to www.opkayla.ca. I also have a 10-year-old son, and we need help. We're stuck in a medical system that doesn't give a crap about us and doesn't care about our treatment or my treatment in particularly. Help now.
Yo, for entertainment purposes only, y'all. That's for entertainment purposes only. YouTube, you heard that correct. It said misinformation. So we just gonna keep it there, right? But if you do want more information, you can go to opkayla.ca. So this is a bit strange. Okay, you see the surface area of that circle. Okay. Now let's see this. You see the surface area of this one. Okay. Stop short. So now what? Okay, we put them together.
I had a
Houseway. I know y'all got the answers. How? Let me know. I mean, there's a logical answer for this or a logical reason. However, I want to know if y'all got the answers.
a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
The Michael allegations aren't getting any better with that interview. Big Mike.
Respectfully, actually, fuck that. What the fuck is Obama talking about? This nigga just got on national television, sat across from Michelle Obama and said, every boy needs a DL whisperer in their life. I don't want to get community guidelines, so what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, if as a man you need another perspective on what it's like to be that kind of man. Nigga, if I'm not gay, what the fuck do I need to know? Who is running these niggas? Who is running this show? Like, this has got to be some type of puppeteer show or something going on. Like, niggas have to be reading from a script at this point. What the fuck are you talking about? Every young man needs whatever you don't get you from your father, you get it from your mother on the feminine side, where you learn how to be more in touch with your emotions and your understanding. Like, why do I need a gay nigga to tell me anything about my fucking self? You weird ass nigga. Whatever them niggas was telling you or whatever Mike be telling you, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with the rest of America, bro. The last thing we need is a gay nigga giving us advice.
No, for real, man. Like, nothing against people. I'm being honest. I have nothing against people. To each his own. But there's no need to push certain things on certain people, especially children. Right? They're going to grow up and have their own questions. And especially in today's time, they can find their own answers. There's no need for them to have in their school a DL whisperer, as he says, right? There's no need for that. Like, guy or a girl. There really isn't. Like, you're going to find them answers. And if you can't find those answers, go talk to your parents. I'm sure they'll be able to help you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. The agendas that they push nowadays are literally, it's kind of hard to not call it an agenda. Is it not?
No names, no medals, just a patrol unit in Afghanistan. They're scanning the ridgeline with quad tube NGB, next gen night vision that lets you see a panoramic field way beyond human capability. Oh, wow. And that's when they see it. A figure, tall, motionless, perched on a crag of rock 400 meters out. So I'm looking at it right here. The thermal scope shows nothing. No heat signature, but through the NGVs, it's there. Solid and watching. They radio a team nearby. The other team says the same thing. They confirm a humanoid shape glowing faintly in infrared. They light up the area with white light, and it's gone. Not just invisible, but like it never even existed. And this isn't even a one-time occurrence. There's tons of reports. Marine Corps, Special Forces, recon teams, all describing seeing shit in these goggles. Soldiers describing shadowy figures pacing around compound, shimmering shapes at the edge of patrol route, clusters of entities seen through goggles. But absolutely absent on drone feeds or to the naked eye. There's even a declassified 2010 DIA report hinting at this. Research into hyperdimensional perception and how advanced optics may reveal non-organic life forms or energetic constructs. Not ghosts, not aliens, just something different, something else, something that may have even always been here. We just don't have the tech to see it. And the military, no comment. They just upgrade the goggles.
Please stay tuned.
We need some goggles, y'all. We need to see who is out here. What type of spirit energy is around us, you know? People have walk-ins, right? Where someone will walk in to your body and now you start feeling a certain type of way. What if you could see those things with these panoramic 360 goggles? You'd be like, oh, get back. Holy water.
For this one, guys, look at all this electronics, right? All this electricity right up against this place. All red, all creepy. Look how it's built. It's a Faraday cage, guys. The whole thing is a Faraday cage. Straight up Faraday
Sure
cage.
is.
Look at the metal outside. That's to ground it. Look in the window. Unicorn. I want y'all to look up what that really means according to the things I'm looking up. First off, it's a childhood loop, isn't it? Look, they've rebuilt this thing over and over and over, grounding all this electricity to cover what? To cover what?
What do they need the Faraday cage for?
Do you even know anything about my legacy? I live on the ocean. My house is worth more than you.
How much your house worth, bro?
4 million. 4 million.
Bro, that's not even worth the amount of my car.
Let me ask you this.
All right.
Does money make the man?
You brought up money. I'm happy.
Because you talked about how much
you
my
seem
Audi was
miserable.
worth. So
I still think it's funny that you said that your house is worth more than me. You made 4 million last month.
4 mil last month. Yo. I think we're in the wrong profession. 4 million in a month? How?
Has anyone stopped to think that maybe missing children from the late 90s and early 2000s, mid 2000s, whatever, were actually kidnapped by our government and turned into politicians who will do everything that they're told? Based on what I just watched a lot of our politicians do over the last 5 years, I don't know, it's just something to think about. And if you think I'm crazy, just look into Maura Murray and Maura Healey. The governor of Massachusetts, Maura Healey, is a freaking carbon copy for a missing girl who went missing in 2004 named Maura Murray. Anyway, look it up. The girl's sister is here on TikTok. Even she's aware of it. The more that I watch Maura Healey move, the more I'm convinced. So anyway, just something to think about.
That's one that makes sense.
This is why I say you cannot trust everything that you see, because the mayor's underground bunker was just listed for sale. So let's go see what it looks like inside. So this is what you walk into. This has to have the most eerie feeling attached to it. And immediately,
what?
How tall are you? Clown height measurement. Why would somebody need this? Here is the kitchen. It looks like it was almost never used or completely overused. And of course, a pantry that looks like it definitely had some cans stacked in there. And it gets deeper. There is a generator. And here are these steps with a nice red railing. And it gets worse. Why are all of the doors stacked? All of the doors are torn off, and there's another clown in the corner. Okay, we have a nice hall. I don't know what this room would be. Fans on the floor, probably to dry the paint. There is a door attached there. Honestly, it looks like an interrogation room.
For real.
This is actually a pretty large bunker and a large plot of land. There's an RV, and let's go see what's in the garage. Oh my God, another clown just hanging from the ceiling. Lots of ladders. It just looks like a garage, honestly, but it keeps going. So now we are inside of the main living area. There's a kitchen, pretty good space, and we have a main bedroom. And it looks like we have a laundry / kitchen area again, and the bathroom. The cheetah print, is that a rug?
What?
Or is that tile?
That's just nasty.
The sink is crazy though. And the shower, I'm kind of impressed by it. So you guys gotta let me know how you feel about this property. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, and share for more, and I will see you in the next video.
The shag cheetah rug in the bathroom did it for me.
Y'all ever wonder why we don't have fruit just growing all over our city? It's because they don't want us planting female trees, and they making sure they don't do that. The female trees produce fruit, and that will sustain us. So they make sure to plant mostly male trees, which produces pollen, And guess what? That fucks up our allergy. And guess who makes the allergy medication? They do. So they're producing and planting mostly male trees, which produces pollen to mess up our allergies. And then we gotta go get allergy medication, which is putting money into their pockets. And on top of that, we don't even got female trees that bears fruit. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but this is exactly why I'm stocking up on things like this. This is 33 varieties of over 30,000 seeds. Just one of these seeds in the ground could feed an entire village. Listen, this is not to scare you. This is to prepare you, because if they can do that, imagine what else they're doing. Listen, you can laugh at this video all you want, or in 5 to 10 years now, be happy that you grabbed this. I'm gonna leave the orange card down below. Hurry up and grab this before it's too late.
No, for real, you might want to stock up on your seeds, because has anyone ever heard of Terminator seeds and how the government kind of wants you to use those, or kind of forces people to use those? I don't know. Look into Terminator seeds whenever you get a chance.
Government's been fucking us with no Vaseline for a long time. So apparently they don't want us planting female trees because female trees produce fruit. And that fruit makes us self-sustainable.
White guy here in the Hamilton County Courthouse here in Noblesville, Indiana. This was built in 1877 to 1879. So 2 years they finished this construction. Now, to the right of the building is the old jailhouse. Bear with me, because we are going to walk around and we're going to try to find a cornerstone and take a look at this big structure, okay? So hang with me. So they said this thing was built in 2 years, quite possible. It's beautiful. And that is the old house for the sheriff's house. Look at the roof. Antiquitech on there, I know, right? All right, so we're going to keep walking around. Bear with me, it's a big building. And check that out, man. That's why. Oh, look at that. What is that right there?
Something used to be there.
There, on both sides, there would normally be some kind of sculpture or something up there. Look at this sucker. Tell you what, man. I drove a ways to go look at this one. It's pretty awesome. We're still looking for the cornerstone though, because you know we got to find out about when this was built. See what they say. Look at this thing now. So check out the town. So town, again, is like every other square in the United States. It's got a courthouse.
They all look like this. That's crazy.
We're gonna keep looking around. Look at that. See, like those, there's nothing on those. Which is strange. Normally they would have things on those, you know. Bear with me. Oh, look at that. Look what we got. Sitting right there across the street. All right, here's the cornerstone. Let's find out what it says. Bear with me. We're gonna get closer. It says erected 1878. So it started in 1877. They said this happened in 1878. Internet says it was built in 1879. It finally finished. These stones are pretty huge, man. And look, there's an underground thing right there. There's always tunnels in these things. Now, what I think is crazy is right across the street is the brand new government building that looks like absolute garbage in my mind. I don't know. What do you guys think of this though? This sucker's great, man. And that old building right there. And look at the top of it, man. I don't know. It's just so cool. So cool. Tell me what you guys think. Put a comment below. Call me crazy if you want. Average White Guy out.
Totally unrelated, but this is Monument Circle down in Indianapolis. And you see those 4 pillars with the statues on top of it? This is a drawing of it being completed. Now, all of a sudden, what we have now are these lamps there. I want to know what happened. Why'd we, like, take those away and put lamps out there? I mean, here's some of the construction just seems weird. And another beautiful building lost to time. Tell me what you guys think in the comments.
The truth is weird. However, I do think a lot of these buildings were built not that long ago, right? But the time's been manipulated. We don't really know what that time was and what type of people lived in that time, because how they built these things and the purpose behind them still kind of baffles a lot of people, right? Because we don't really know what they were used for. We look at these spires on the top and we're like, oh, free energy, but no one can really replicate that free energy, right? So we're just throwing things out there. We're saying Tartaria. We don't really know that it was built by Tartaria. We just seen an old map that talks about Tartaria and want to say that all of this old world tech is Tartarian. We don't really know that though, do we? There's a whole time period that is up in the air. We got to figure that out. Whoa, no. I have not. I don't think I want to. Oh, that one did it for me. That one did it for me. I was gonna say that's bro, you feel me? Like they just bros, but seems like they were buddies. Instead, what do you guys think? I don't know, man. I don't know.
There is no way we did let this diabolical ass T app become the #1 app on the Apple Store. And you know, the app started off as a good thing, keeping women protected from people who are abusers or cheaters. But of course, that is not what it's been used for. They using this app to gossip, lie, cheat, adultery, break up marriages, break up happy homes. This app has been turned into a platform for all of these scorned women to air out all the dirty laundry of their exes and make up lies to get back at the ex that didn't want to be with them or just use them as a sneaky link. It done got so bad to the point to where now you have men that are creating all of these apps and now they're gossiping, doing the same thing. But at the end of the day, after y'all get done spreading all them lies, get done doing all of that gossiping, just know God watching y'all right now. And you gonna have to answer for everything that you put on that app when you get before him. I just know the devil in hell right now having a pizza party behind this demonic ass app. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this despicable app being the #1 app in the App Store in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And remember, if y'all want to learn on how to turn y'all content into passive revenue, comment down below at Hub, and I'm going to send the resources in y'all DM. I can't believe this app #1.
The world's full of vicious lies and dangerous rumors, y'all. Shout out to Big Boy from Outkast. But that right there should let you know that if that's the #1 app in America, what the status of the American person is mentally. Nah, you can't tell me that's not a person. It's got it. That's a person. Yeah. Weekends last 5 minutes now. Time's not moving faster. Hold on. Going too fast. So weekends last 5 minutes now. Time's not moving faster. They're deleting hours. Trust your perception, not the clock. Does anyone else feel like time's just moving faster? Or no, that they're deleting hours? How can they delete hours? That is strange to think about. Like, you know what you got to do? You got to get one of those manual clocks, right? Like the clocks that you wind, or one that doesn't run on a battery, one that's not digital. Yeah, one that's not digital. That's all you need. Clock that's not digital. That's not hooked up to any internet or anything. It can't be programmed. You set that clock same time as your phone, and you compare the two after a week, and you want to see then if they are actually deleting hours or if our perception of time is just speeding up. Because I think about like children, right? Like a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, 7-year-old. To them, it's probably a long day. They're doing so much, and they're not really thinking about time. They're just lost in the sauce, basically, and having fun and enjoying life, right? To where they get tired, they want to take a nap. They wake up from their nap and still going, stay up late, wake up early, you know, and they have a long day. But us as adults, as we get older, we think about more and more, right? And we are doing more and more, and our time is being consumed, and our mind is being consumed. That's really what it is. Our mind is being consumed, and it's being grabbed this direction, that direction, this direction, that direction, constantly, to where it does feel like they're deleting hours or we're losing time. But time's still the same. I just think we're way too distracted, way too occupied mentally to understand that, because when you take all of that away, you get bored. You're like, man, it's been a long day. I ain't did nothing. I didn't like take someone's phone away. Take your phone away, actually. You right now watching the video, take your phone away for a whole day. Take your TV away and go sit down on the couch and look outside and track the sun and see how long the day is. Just see how long you can sit there for. Probably going to go crazy because you're so used to all the stimulation and the constant doing something. So I don't know if time's moving faster or if they're deleting hours or what the case may be, but you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys believe. Can't trust nobody. Oh, this is a big old mushroom? Mushroom rock? Petrified mushroom? I'm curious how something like that becomes petrified. I'm also curious who built this. And the time period in which it was built. It was probably like a magical time period, or it probably was like very traumatic. One or the other. I mean, it's really interesting though.
What's that? Ain't sure nobody behind me. What in the world is that?
I don't know.
Then it just disappeared.
Oh, it's gone. Did it go behind an invisible cloud? I don't know.
Can somebody tell me what this is? I was just
snap.
going for a smoke walk after work, and what is this? Please tell me, because I'm freaked the fuck out.
I don't really understand why more people aren't talking about the ground literally sounding like it's boiling in Yellowstone. Like, have you guys seen the videos? Have you heard the videos more specifically? Take a listen to this. It's just, it sounds like it's boiling.
For real, what is going on under there?
And that's only 2 videos of like 30 I've seen and heard so far. And I mean, I don't know much about that topic, but is the ground sounding like it's bubbling? That's, sure, it's Yellowstone, but that sounds crazy. Have you guys heard that? Is this the first time you're hearing this, or are you aware of it? Because I feel like more people should be talking about the ground boiling and what is it?
One conspiracy theory.
I'm a flat earth believer.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm a flat earth believer. I believe we live in a dome. All that shit, I believe in all that shit. This really a flat earth. Because when people think of it, when you hear people say a flat earth, people be thinking of it like a rectangle.
Yeah.
But nah, like think of a CD, like the CD you used to put in your CD player. Think of a CD and then think of a dome, like like you know, like the holiday, you shake that ball up and the snow be coming down.
Right.
That's basically what we live in.
I ain't gonna lie, every picture they show from Earth, they don't ever show the whole. They can't.
But the Earth flat.
But I ain't gonna lie though, somebody fucked me up. They was like, so you just feel like every other planet is round, but not Earth? Because when you look at the constellation, everything else is round.
I don't really believe in them planets. Like, ain't nobody ever been to the moon. Nobody never been to the moon.
That day I just really want.
He ain't lying. He is not lying. I'm just saying, man. Flat earthers, stand up, man.
To know, why I was getting pulled over and why I needed to step out the car when I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I was really just scared.
Just see that video made me go back to the moment when I was 22. It hurted. It made me upset.
Mm-hmm.
But I seen what my son did that I had to do. And he sought right. And he did right. To see that is a hurting feeling. To be a father that loved God first.
Mm-hmm.
And to see all my kids not being able to wake up in the morning and get a phone call saying your child is gone.
Wow.
That's a hurting feeling, but I thank God.
Yes.
Because God got him.
I want you to try to put yourself in our shoes. Try to put yourself in William's shoes just for a second. The police stop you and tell you, you say, why are you stopping me? And they say, well, you don't have your headlights on and it's raining. And you look and you're like, there's no rain. Why are you?
You instantly know it's BS from right there. From that moment on, you look outside, it's not raining. And they say it's raining, you ain't got your headlights on. That takes me back to a movie with The Rock or something, right? Where I don't know why I got this memory, but he pulls somebody over and the guy's like, why'd you pull me over? He's like, your tail light's busted. He's like, no, it's not. And he goes and busts the tail light. Come on now, ain't that a dirty cop move? Is that not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that there's good and there's bad everywhere. We just got to call out the bad.
Stopping me. And all he does, while I say it's a Rosa Parks 21st century moment, he as a black person says, you know, I'm tired of it. I'm going to try to demand my constitutional rights. That's the only thing that William McNeil did. And that's the only thing you would want your children to do. To say, as a citizen, don't I have the right to know why you're violating my Fourth Amendment rights against search and seizure unlawfully? That's it, nothing more. So search your hearts, America. If this was your child, wouldn't you be proud that William kept his calmness and his demeanor and de-escalated it? And let that govern you when you call on the sheriff to hold these police officers accountable. Because that's what we have to get here. We have to have accountability.
And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
One dad. No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything.
I'm going to just let the video play.
And then that boy may need somebody to give the boy some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So
you know, why do Barack and Michelle still have microphones? Why are we still hearing them? I'm just saying, it's been quite some time. Why are we still hearing them? We don't hear from Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. You don't hear from them. You don't hear from the Bushes. When's the last time you heard something from the Bushes? Right? You don't. you don't hear anything from the Bidens. I don't even know who Biden's wife is. Does he have a wife? I have no clue. You don't hear these things. Why is it that they constantly are pushing Barack and Michelle? And why are they constantly pushing opinions? And you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they're pushing a policy or something to do with the presidential house and what's going on with those things. No, it's opinions on very personal matters, and it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't sit right with me because they always use a certain type of person to try to get a message across, and these people are still being used. That's all I'm going to say. Whether you're in the office or not, they still got you, and they're going to still use you as much as they can. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's talk about this World Fair. As you can see, there is no one here. I bought my ticket the night before, and they had the nerve to still scan our tickets knowing that it was empty inside of this thing. Y'all, it was that one gaming, one food place, and one boutique still open.
That's bogus. It's not on you, it's in you, huh? That's pretty cool. She done made a friend. He's like, hey, can I do that too? I want to do that. Nope, little guys. He ain't messing with y'all. Only wants her. They ain't got the sauce. That's all it is. She got the sauce. Know who you are.
Alright, so it's like what, part 3, part 4, 1 or 2. I'm not even from out west Chicago, but I'm out west Chicago right now. And I'm at the Garfield Park Fieldhouse, Chicago Park District. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is some of the most beautiful architecture. What's that, a coat of arms?
Yeah, what's that seal?
He like a serpent and a mermaid a little bit. Some of the most beautiful architecture I've ever seen. Like, what the hell? And like, this is only like the basic bottom portion of it. This is just a field house to the park, I guess. But like, you gotta look up at it. It looks like a damn castle, bro.
Oh, for real.
Bro, do you see all of that detail?
It looked like Angkor Wat in a way, but yet like a different version. Not as well. I mean, it's pretty detailed. I can't say not as detailed.
It's late night, and I don't really want to be out here. I was just really like stopping by. I was walking past, and I seen this. I'm gonna come back, right? I'm gonna come back and do like a tour around this building. I want to come back when it's open. So.
What is up with all the old world architecture?
Y'all, I don't know who she playing with, but it's an invisible person, and they're tickling her.
They doing love, look at
Stop.
Yo, kids really be seeing spirits.
And I pray so much, it can't be no bad spirit in here. 'Cause I pray so much over this house.
Hey, you play with your granny? You play with your granny? You play with your granny?
She is really interacting. Oh my goodness. Aside from the fact that I just realized that we are living, breathing, dwelling amongst people who burn in the sun. And like, we know what that means. And while they don't have sharp teeth, like, They do drain the life out of everything that they touch. And like, these are the people who think that they grow out of racism. They're not pants. And where are the people who taught it to you? Where do they go? They didn't grow out of it. So how did you grow out of it? How did you get lucky? And of course, this thought is sparked by the Breakfast Club, which to me is its own particular brand of like upholding and giving platforms to very racist people on a consistent basis. And I think that honestly, with this whole Neon situation, this is where it goes wrong, giving everybody a platform. Everybody don't need to speak. There are some people, ideas who need to be suppressed. Suppress them. They do it to us all the time. Suppress them voices.
Yeah, man, we are living in crazy times, in a crazy world at that, with crazy platforms that put on crazy people and talk about crazy things. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, man, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.